Welcome! In this video, we're going to take an Appium app test set up to run on a local machine against an app and modify it so you can run it against a mobile Android browser on Sauce Labs. The first thing you'll need to check is that you have your environment variables correctly set up, such as your Java home variable, your Sauce username, and your Sauce access key. You'll also want to make sure that your project is configured correctly in the project structure by checking to make sure that there is a JDK set, as well as Maven used as a build tool. You also want to make sure you have a config file in the test directory with the region variable setting the Sauce Labs data center. To create the Java class for this file, we're simply going to copy the basic test and then paste it in the test directory. We'll rename it to Mobile Android Browser Test. You'll also need to make a copy of the TestNG XML file, named in a similar way, except with lowercase letters. Once you create the Mobile Android Browser Test XML file, go into that file and update the class name with the class that you just created. Up next, we'll configure it to run on Sauce Labs. Now let's take a look at our new Mobile Android Browser Test class. Recall that it was copied from basic-test.java, so we have a lot of changes to make. We're going to delete the app and Appium variables. We're now testing on a public website hosted on the internet, and not an app that is on an emulator. We're going to create the app URL string with the location of the app we're testing against. Visit saucedemo.com to see what this app does. The next thing we're going to do is configure things to run on Sauce Labs. We're going to create 3 variables, the username and the access key, which are grabbed from your system environment variables, which you should have set up. We are also going to add a region that indicates which Sauce data center you'll be using. We'll have an if-else statement that will direct you to the European data center if it's specified in the config file, and will direct you to the US West otherwise. Now that you have your test code set up to detect the region, you'll have to import the config class in this particular test file. After you have your region variable imported and you have all 3 variables set up, we can now create the URL that we're going to test against in the Sauce data center. We'll name this variable Sauce Remote URL. With this variable, we'll concatenate the HTTPS, the username, the access key, the region, and the other information that we need to put together to create the URL that will allow you to use all the devices on the Sauce Labs emulators. Last, we'll instantiate a variable named URL using the Java URL class that uses this Sauce Remote URL that you just created. Later on, after we add the capabilities, we'll use this variable to instantiate a driver. Next, you'll update the capabilities for this test. For each kind of test you create, whether it's mobile or web browser, mobile app, mobile browser, and which framework you use, you need to update the capabilities so that they can communicate the correct information. The Platform Configurator can help you do this. Search for Sauce Labs Platform Configurator in your search engine. In order to modify this mobile app test to run on a Sauce Labs web emulator, we need to change a couple of things. The first thing is the device name. We'll be using the Google API emulator instead of just the plain old emulator that was on your machine. Other capabilities can stay the same, except for the app and app weight activity. Since you're no longer testing on a mobile app, we no longer need either of these capabilities. We are, however, testing on a browser, so you need to set the browser capability to Chrome, or whichever browser you would like to use. Last but not least, we need to go into our driver instantiation and replace the Appium URL with the URL that we're going to use to access the mobile browsers on the Sauce Labs platform. Since web apps and mobile apps are fundamentally different, we're going to have to update our locators and test code so that we can test on the mobile app. We're going to replace all the variables used in our login test with new ones that work on the web app. If you go in and inspect the Swag Labs app, you can see the locators for username, password, the login, as well as inspect the element that we're going to use to verify that we have logged in successfully and are on the product page. Scroll down to the bottom of the test class where our 2 test annotations are. We're going to delete one of them completely and just do one for the sake of an example. Now, you'll modify the login method to work on the web app. First, you get the app URL that you declared above, which is the sauce demo app. Next, you're going to locate and send the username and then send the password to the username and password fields, then click the submit button. Once you've completed the login flow with the login method, the return method is on products page. We'll go in and check for the element that we identified on the products page. This will be used later in your test assertion. Going back to the test annotation, you can see it does 3 simple things using those methods: a log to print the line, the login method, and then asserts, checking against the isOnProductPage method. Now all we have left to do is run the test. You can either update POM.xml to point to the correct TestNG XML file, or use the D flag when you run it using Maven. Once you can see in your console that your tests have started running, visit app.saucelabs.com and go to the automated test results page. You should see your test running and be able to click on the job to see what's happening. That's it. Now you're ready to start adding some more features to your test, such as test logging, as well as running in parallel.